Okay, so you guys are already flung into combat with these yellow-musk-zombies, these greyish corpses now living somehow with a sprout-like thing growing from the back of them. If you check your handouts, you can still see a yellow-musk-zombie in your handouts. And your druid, who had been a native here for a little while, does warn you that these flowers are not to be trifled with. They are the last of a style zombifying creeper vines that feed off the corpses that they inhabit and then grow and populate further. So beware. Now, she is the first to recommend kill it with fire. At least maybe not just for these zombies, but killing the actual infecting flower that might be in the area. But all the same, you guys could give it avoidance if you want. It will still be a stationary flower. But, yeah, up to you. So then, to begin with, it is Durandal's cage, as you guys had awoken some very crusty, dirty zombies that stood themselves up with silent movements. But they're right in your face. Durandal, you're up first.
Awesome. Am I the only one that doesn't see the map?
No, we don't have a map yet.
No, I apologize. I haven't moved you back to Nangalore. That's done now.
There we go.
Yes, you guys are over down here.
I can't remember. Did we actually see the master plant?
Yes. So you can see it over here. At least you can see a yellow creeper vine.
Where is the vine at? I don't see the vine.
So the vine is at over here.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my newfound rogue-like abilities.
Right.
And I'm going to, even though there's one next to me, I'm going to kind of lean away from that and kind of shoot towards the one that's in front of Brog.
Gotcha.
And since he hasn't gone in combat yet, I'll get advantage on that roll, and I believe that will give me a sneak attack on that zombie.
Yes, it absolutely will. It's a shame that you're not third level, otherwise you would have got Assassinate for a creature that's not acted on its turn. But just something to keep in mind for later levels. In this case, yeah, you will absolutely get Sneak Attack and roll that hit. So that's not your best shot, but you do get the first round in ahead of anybody else, so speed versus accuracy. That being said, you don't need a lot of accuracy in this session, as these zombies are slow moving things that you definitely can shoot at, so that is a hit. You do a mediocre amount of damage to it, but as your bolt shoots, oh yeah, but then lest we forget, you did have your sneak attack, yes, which does do the trick a lot better. So what you do is that through this creature's overgrown, dirty facial hair, you sort of shoot the bolt into its chest, and it over as it sort of keels in a very unflexible manner, but still is clinging to life or unlife very persistently. Is there anything you do with your action?
Well, I mean, I could move, but I could take the attack of opportunity. So unless I can do a disengage, that would end my turn.
So with rogues, they do have an ability called Cunning Action, where they can use
I'm not level 2 yet.
Then you can't.
Okay, I didn't think so.
No.
So for that reason, I'm going to hold my place and hope that one of my melee brethren will step in and assist me.
Yes, and again, just things you can do at next level, you know, all that jazz. Oh, pardon me. Okay. So what have we got here? Yes, we got this dude back here. So basically, seeing some movement, he is going to flop down there, get up from prone, which takes up half his movement. So then he dashes the rest of the 10 feet to, no, not 10 feet, rest of the 20 feet to the bottom of the stairs. This zombie just figures that he can just, yeah, get to there. So those two just dash. Now the one that's right beside you, Durandal, since you are the nearest, he is going to go for you. And he's going to do a slam attack. And that's going to be a 9, so a miss. Willem, it's your turn.
I trace an arcane symbol in the air, speak a word of power, and a second version of me appears.
Oh,
I wiggle my fingers, and a third version of me appears.
Ah, mirror image.
Yes, indeed.
Alright then. What seems appropriate? Haha, yes, I'll give this weird mask on you. Now, you say you've got 3 mirror images, right?
Correct.
Alright, instead of speed on your character sheet, I'm going to set that to none. And what we're going to do is we're going to set 3 out of 3 images. So when one goes down, we will then see, well, we'll just mark one off your token, okay?
Alright, works for me.
Brilliant, it'll be in your green bar. I forget the rules of it, so keep that tab open for me.
Alright.
Yeah, so you still have your movement if you wish to take it.
I move over here so I can get a better view, and then that'll be it.
Okay. Dralian, it's your turn.
Okay, now, I'm going to, of course, move right here. Give me a second. And I'm going to go ahead and just attack the little guy in front of me.
The little guy above you, perfect. Roll that attack. That's a hit, and you bring the warhammer down over his head. Yeah, decent, reasonable damage. Though these creatures don't seem to be going down quickly to your strikes. Brog.
I'm going to do another.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, go on.
Attack on my.
You're going to use your bonus action. Yes, that's a good hit. And again, reasonable-ish damage, but you're keeping up with your other friends, as he doesn't look too far from being bloodied as you strike him heavily with the warhammer, as the fragile little creeper vine on its back waves its yellowish head back and forth in the aftershocks. Alright then, Brog, now it's your turn.
Alright, I'm going to initiate my first rage of the day, and I am going to do a reckless attack against the zombie right in front of me here.
Brilliant.
Let's see.
Is reckless attack a ability, or is it?
Yeah.
It is basically I get advantage, so I rolled a.
Sweet.
Oh, you were so close to that crit, but that's definitely a hit.
Alright, and I get the +2 damage with this roll. So I get a 13 slashing damage.
You should prepare a new damage roll, a new attack on your attack bits, which basically is a copy of this, but including rage damage. So as you slice through it with your long sword, you take off a limb with it, and the creature now is hanging one-sidedly as you do bloody it and you do cleave it in twain, but it is still hanging in there.
Still hanging in there. Okay. Well then, with the end of my turn, I'm going to use my my primal power, and I will strike with Storm of Fury, the sea, which is a 2d6 lightning damage.
So no, what I believe you mean is that what you do is that develop an aura around you, which means that at the end of your turn, creatures that are within 5 feet of you do take lightning damage, as you invoke the power of the maelstrom and the sea and the storm to surround you, along with thunderous damage. Would that be accurate?
Yes, that's correct. Though it is actually only one target.
Okay.
Not everyone.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm right next to you.
A 2d6 would have been rather powerful if it was every enemy around me. But no,
Right.
It's only a 2d6.
Okay then. Well, 2d6 is strong, but does this happen as a bonus action or just on something that's end of your turn?
Always at the end of it's something that can happen at the end of my turn. I can choose basically any creature in my 10-foot aura to do 2d6 damage against, and they must pass a DC of, let's see, it was.
Here we go. Storm of Fury. See, at the end of your turn, you can choose a creature in your aura. So you develop an aura of 5 feet, which I'm going to designate right now with a nice deep azure blue. So you should be able, at least on your token, to see a 5-foot aura that is basically misty, briny sea foam, or like froth that's lightly tinting the air of this very humid jungle, and through which you can channel your magical lightning through. But the creature must also make a dexterity saving throw equal to 8 plus proficiency plus constitution modifier, which in your case is 8 plus 2 plus what, Brog?
2. So, should be a 12.
Alright, I recommend that you get all this information down if you can. Like, like, just tidy up this information into a spellcasting sort of thing with a spell save DC and whatnot. So all the details are listed there. You'll figure it out. Just look at how other spells do it and add it to your character sheet. So then, the yellow-musk-zombie will make a dexterity saving throw, and wow, okay, somehow the undexterous zombie somehow surpasses. After you slash it the last time, it kind of just judders out of the range a bit, I guess, which means that it doesn't take the brunt of it, but it still takes half of that damage. So you send some sparks of lightning towards it as you roar with your barbarian fury. Alright then. Perfect.
And that's the end of my turn, obviously.
That's the end of your turn. Okay. Where next? Right, yes. This zombie is going to dash to here. And now it is Kifri's turn. Kifri, you're up.
I will. Yep, sorry, I was on mute.
It's okay.
Yeah, I will cast a Distant Whisper on this.
So to show that target for me, I would like you to left click and hold down until a ring pops up, please. Yeah, I got you.
For some reason, the spell hasn't cast. It's got an error on it.
What is the spell? Dissonant Whispers.
Yeah.
Let's see. Character sheet. Kifri.
Basically,
Where is
they
Kifri?
do,
There
do
we
save
go.
and throw. And if they fail, they get 3d6 damage.
Right, well you
And
opened
they
up,
have to run away.
you opened up the cog wheel, which isn't how to cast. If I click it, yeah, there's a syntax error. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly delete it out. I'm then going to just go right back into adding it again. Dissonant Right, it doesn't quite know it. This could likely be due to any sort of updates. Spells. How do you spell it?
I don't know.
Okay,
DISS.
DISS. Yep, so it's not in the compendium anymore for whatever reason, and I shouldn't have took out the information. You'll have to add this back in your own time.
Sure.
Now then.
Give me a sec, I'll get the book open.
I'm already on it. Okay.
It's a wisdom saving throw anyway, and 3d6 psychic damage if they fail. And then they have to use their reaction if they've got it to run away and trigger any reaction attacks.
Right. So, okay, so he will make a wisdom saving throw. I'm pretty sure that's a fail, but now, the condition of this spell, does it say that the creature becomes charmed?
Let me just check. I think it might do.
Dissonant Whispers.
Yeah, they're probably immune to that.
You are probably very wise. Well, the target must make a wisdom saving throw and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far away from you. Creature. So
it doesn't say they're charmed.
It does not say that they are charmed in any way. So, yeah. With that being said, first for failing that, it will take 3d6 psychic damage.
Sweet.
So, you can roll that for me, please. / roll 3d6.
Yep.
Brilliant. He will take the full brunt of that as you whisper something ticklingly into his ear or something. And yeah, he must use his reaction to move as far away from you as possible, I guess, because it is not charmed.
That provokes attack of opportunities.
It does.
It does, from Durandal and the cleric. So he will go straight away from Kifri, which takes him at least there. So Durandal and Sean, if you could both roll attacks for me, please.
Can I use a melee weapon for that, out of curiosity?
So that sounds like the sorcerer, and Mr. Sorcerer, you're out of range.
No. That
was the ranger.
Oh, pardon me. You sound like the sorcerer then.
Sorry.
Yes, you can. I don't know. It just struck me that way for that moment. But Dralian, that is a hit, and because you have your sharpshooter feat, you could use a melee weapon or you could use a ranged weapon. Typically, others have to use melee weapons for things that are within 5 feet of them. But, Mr. Dralian, that is a great hit, and you do massive amount of damage to it. And Durandal, just make sure to snipe this dude, as he doesn't even need to roll damage for me to tell you that this creature is destroyed.
Yes.
Brilliant turn. Anything else you do with your turn, Kefri?
No, I'm gonna keep using these guys as a meat shield, I think.
Brilliant. You are not the first person in a party I've seen do this. So, Brightheart would normally be busting out into wild shapes and what have you, but they're going to just play the game a bit. Since there's a big tree in the way, they are going to bring themselves over here. This is standing on one of the large roots that go into the water, and from there, I believe they're going to do a flaming spell. Whoa, they have a load of cantrips that I don't think they are meant to have. Well, I'll fix that some other point. They should not have that many cantrips, I think. They're going to do produce flame. Gonna try that again. Brilliant. I can't do produce flame. What is this?
Something weird going on with the spellcasting?
Well, it doesn't help that I already don't think they've been doing this right, as they shouldn't have that many cantrips. Right, come on, please. I beseech and beg you. I saw something. Accepting drop from compendium. Alright. It's there it is. Work. There we go. Alright, there's update issues I guess that's caused shenanigans. So yeah, they do produce flame. That's going to be a hit. So from there from there they're going to do.
Oh nice, a hit on 11.
Yeah. And they do 8 points of damage as the cool but grey corpse is lit with fire. Oh shit, that reminds me. For the other zombie you had just killed, you did minus the damage taken. Yeah. So that DC is D5 plus for 18. Okay, pardon me. Yeah, the zombie that you had just shot to the ground over here heaves itself, or tries to, from its even destroyed counterparts, but even that isn't enough to bring it back. So you figure these guys have like a Oh, Dralian, roll me a religion check. Or no, roll me a history check. Brilliant. So, in your experience and knowledge with the undead, they have just a quality to them that makes them particularly stubborn. Right at the moment when you figure they should be dead, they can often just keep holding on from the brink of undeath. So, just something that you may want to keep in mind. Usually, doing a crit or taking fire damage is a good way of preventing this. Well, it's a good roll. Okay, so yeah, Brightheart does her bit of damage, and they're just staying at this root of the tree. Mouse wheel. There we go. Boom. Yeah, so now the next zombie over here dashes its way down. Boom. Boom. There we go. And then the zombie over here does its movement. And now the final last little zombie is going to make a slam at Brog. And miss. Because, yeah, but not by much, because Brog has some very weak ass AC. Doenda, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm going to take a step forward here and help out the barbarian. As I take that step, I'm going to sling the crossbow back over my shoulder and pull my short sword out and help him, because he's already engaged in melee combat with this zombie, fulfilling my sneak attack requirement.
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta roll a hit first, but that's fine. I follow you. That is going to be a hit.
Plus the 5.
Yes, you do 9 points of damage to it, and the zombie looks like he's falling back down, just about to pass out and to be destroyed. However, he stays dead. Yes. Well done.
We aren't seeing your rolls. Is that intentional?
Yes, it is intentional.
Okay. Just checking.
Yes. But as I've hinted to Dralian, these undead have a certain stubborn quality to them. Is there anything you do with your turn, Durandal?
No, that is it.
Alright, brilliant. Moving nice and swiftly along. Where are we? Yeah. The zombie that fell down over at the waterway will dash its way down. Willem, it's your turn.
So many options. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to do that. I'm going to move myself over here and then cast Thunder Wave. I believe I can get both of those zombies.
So, best thing to do is to go to the... I can do this for you, but I'd recommend you have a go at doing this, just for learning's sake. So, Thunderwave, 20-foot cube. Now, with the draw, if you do a draw shape, and if you do me the favor of pressing shift and dragging out with a left click a 20-foot cube, you can show me the area that you have in mind. I already get the idea what you have in mind. Okay, so that is a 15-foot by 10-foot cube, which isn't 20-foot cube.
Yeah, I fixed it.
There we go. Yeah, and so that's totally acceptable. That's totally fine.
Excellent.
Actually, that's still a 15-foot cube. But it's all cool. You know the process for later on, which is what matters to me. So yeah, they will both make a dexterity saving throw. Oh no.
Is it still acting up?
I don't think it's still acting up. I think it's going to remain acting up until everything has been added and re-added. Yeah, it's all kinds of cocked with these updates and what have you. Yikes.
Oh, here we go. It works if you do it from your core sheet. It doesn't work from the spells.
Alright then. It may need a add and re-add or something, yeah. But no, fantastic then. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it would never work that way, but whatever.
Well, were you clicking from the spells tab or the core tab?
I was clicking from the spells tab, but the spells tab works in the past. Either way.
Yeah, it has for me as well, but it's not working today for some reason.
Okay, so this zombie is going to fail. This one is going to meet your DC, which counts as a pass. So this one will take 7 points of damage, which is pretty good. And then he will be shoved 10 feet away from you as you blast him backwards. The other one, however, will be taking half as much, which equals 4 in this case, and will hold his ground. So, anything else you do, Willem?
Yeah, how do I clear out the little draw shapes that I made?
I already did it for you, but you use the cursor and you delete it.
Okay.
Yeah, fantastic. Dralian, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna move my guy. That spot right there.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Brilliant.
take a swing at this guy right here.
Yeah, do so. That is a good hit. Well done.
Go ahead and do my bonus action to do him the second time.
Well, after that first attack, he is still alive, so I leave it to your decision. He's not yet bloodied.
Well, but my bonus attack gives me a second chance to attack. So
It's
Yeah,
up
that
to
was the
you.
one that saved my spell.
I get 5 per rest.
It's up to you to ration your own attack out.
Do it.
Ah, you done and done it. Well done. You do impressive damage the next time over as you weigh into this little zombie as you plant him deeper into the ground on the end of your warhammer. Now, while you're there, I will allow you to make a perception check, please, for something. Something in the web. Alright, so you don't see anything in the webs that are around nearby you.
Oh crap!
Brog, it's your turn.
All right. By the way, it's a 10-foot aura, not a 5. But
Oh, pardon
I
me. I should
will-
know that because I have had another barbarian similar to you in some ways. But yeah, there you go. Sorry,
All right.
wanted to make sure that's
I will
correct.
Step over here, and I will make a normal attack on the zombie that I am next to here.
Brilliant. That's a hit.
And it should be 8.
Yeah, got you. And you
And
end your
then-
turn there, so he will make a dexterity saving throw. No, a con. What was it again?
It'll be a dex.
Yes,
That did not
12
that did
DC.
not- Have to roll it manually here.
Yes, it's definitely worth setting up at some point. He will fail and take the full amount of that damage, which almost crushes him.
Good job.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
By the way, something I can advise to you. Any of you can make a unarmed strike. Monks are proficient with unarmed strikes, but they can do so with their offhand with, well, they can do so with their offhand, yeah, it would be 1 point of damage, plus, I don't think you get your dexterity or strength on your offhand, which is, you know, the hand you use to attack with on a bonus action. So, it's not really worth the 1 point of damage, but just saying, if you really wanted to go for guts and glory, you can always be kicking him in the balls on every attack you make with an empty bonus action. If you wanted, I guess.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's not all that great, because a bonus action attack doesn't involve your strength or dexterity. It will just be flat, which barehandedly is just 1 point of damage. So, it's gonna
If
be a
it
rare
looks like they're
case.
about to die, it would be handy.
Yes, it would be. It's like the melee in Overwatch. And maybe use it as many times as melee in Overwatch. Okay then, so that being the end of the turn, this zombie here is very much hurt, but he's going to hang in there and slam you. And it hits because you have, better AC than I last remember. Your AC went up from 11 to 15. That's going to be a miss.
An error. The 11 was an error. It's a 15.
Brilliant. Kifri, it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to run up to this guy and hit him with my sword.
Brilliant.
Or try to.
Yeah. So that's going to be a hit.
Dang, he has low armor class.
Yeah, they are unarmored and zombies. So we're just
Yeah, they are
taking
really
effect
weak
that
zombies.
10.
Good damage.
Now, the zombie must make a constitution saving throw. Oh, and he crits! Oh! So yeah, the zombie instead just falls back, and he gets back up again. Now, Kifri, remember we just talked about what you could do with your offhand?
All right, I can try that. I don't have it set up.
Just do a
So,
flat roll 1d20. Brilliant! That's a miss, as you, as a halfling, have never needed to punch a zombie, and this is harder than anyone ever thought it was going to be. That was a surprise to you, at least. But yeah, Brightheart's turn. Brightheart figures as though she knows what to do here. She's going to move to this position, and she's going to do another produce flame. And I'm going to try this from the... oh my goodness, yeah, it looks a bit balked in the character sheet, but it works out. They have some very interesting bits of code here. Whatever. That's going to be a hit. And she is going to kill him because the fire seems to have a special effect on the vine-like creeper that is on its back. And then she's going to move 5 feet closer in. This musk zombie is going to simply slam the alien, but not the way Durandal slammed the princess. And gonna be a miss. Alright.
All right.
Let's see. There we go. this backlining zombie is gonna make his way down south. I know there's a song to be made out of that somewhere. This zombie seems to be separate from the grid. I don't know how he's managing that, but whatever. Okay, Dumadel, your turn.
Alright, I'm going to do a move here. Hold on. How do you, real quick again, how do you, when you're doing your move, how do you trace the thing like you had just done with Brightheart?
Oh, did you actually get to see it?
I did see I could see the
Path.
distances.
Yeah, so I used the space bar at various points, and every time I did space, I sort of did like a checkpoint at each bit, and then I released, I guess it all just sort of showed up.
Okay. So I'm going to move to there, and then as I do that move, I'm going to swing the crossbow back around in front of my body, and
Okay.
I'm going to engage the zombie that's engaged in combat with
Oh,
Trillian.
actually, hang on, let me just see this again. How did you make that course of action? Because that tree is not chopped down.
Oh, I thought it was...
No, these are just for your top-down perspective. These trees are much more overgrown and towering high up in the sky. Just put yourself back to where you were before. You can absolutely cross that distance, but I will ask... Well, actually... So, yeah, the conditions for a long jump is you have a 10-foot run-up. So if you want to cross that gap there, without climbing up and down awkwardly, simply move 10 feet, jump the other chasm, and you should be able to make it.
Okay.
Brilliant. So, yeah, you get a good run-up and you take a good leap at it, arming yourself with your crossbow, a bolt as you do, and it's a thin shot, but you think you can make that for sure, especially because you can ignore bits of cover and whatnot. And yeah, that's going to be a hit, and you'll get your sneak attack because Dralian is a bro within 5 feet. And you do mighty amount of damage. In fact, you drop it. But just when you think it is going to die, it dies. Brilliant.
Strike 3.
You're out of there. Seeing you take out a bro, this zombie is actually going to backtrack and charge at you, but not be able to make an attack yet. Willem, it's your turn.
Alright, well, the field is getting much more empty. Let's see. I think it might be time to go after the master plant.
Okay.
I'm sure our others can handle the few zombies that are left.
Sure.
So I'm just going to magic missile the plant.
Okay. So I imagine magic missile has the range.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. So yeah, roll your damage. Brilliant. So yeah, the plant recoils back as these magical missiles bombard it from afar. But it doesn't react in any way that it will move around or jiggle around or anything like that. It remains completely stationary. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
No, I'm good.
Okay, Brog, it's your turn.
Alright, I am going to move back here 5 feet and then jump across this chasm.
You can, you don't need to go back that 5 feet. You could have just done a bit of a diagonal jump, or you could have possessed Kifri space for a little moment to make that run up. It all works, but yeah.
Either way, that's where I want to be.
Brilliant.
And with that, I will make a reckless attack against this zombie
Yes, go on, crit, 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 damn you. No, you did not crit.
here.
You make me sad.
That's 14 damage.
Yes.
And then let me roll the lightning damage as well.
Yes. It will make a dexterity saving throw. DC 12. Fail. And will take the full blunt of that as you, like the storm of the sea, suddenly rush up and bombard this zombie as you bloody it suddenly with your longsword. Yeah. And, it is hurt. Dralian, your turn.
All right, so let's see what we got here. Got a fresh guy on the field.
Yeah, you got that guy on the left.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and I throw a sacred flame at him.
Okay.
All right, let me get it back on.
Having trouble with Sacred Flame?
Yeah, it's for some. It doesn't work from the spells page. It does work from the core page if you have it on there.
The core page. It's not working on anything right now. Hold on a second.
I'm opening up your character sheet. I see you on the spells page, taking you to the core.
They're working on a spells page for me.
Oh, brilliant. It's a whole mess. But yes, you hit the zombie, and you do mega damage to it. This is not like your ordinary zombie. It's in fact a bit of a cock. Why is this not a token? Oh, why? It is drawing. No. There we go. You going to work? Yes. Now you're in place. Now you're ticking. So yeah. Oh. So you don't have the best luck with your sacred flames. So even though you conjure up the weakest of flames, or the weakest of spiritual radiant light, this zombie just seems to be able to you just miss. That's just basically it. It just dodges and misses. It's just really a bit of a letdown, in all honesty.
Yeah,
So half of one is just nothing.
No, you fail. You succeed to this DC. You take nothing.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a
what's
hit
the-
or miss spell. Kifri, excuse me. You still have your movement, Dralian.
I'm right there.
Okay. Kifri, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna charge up and attack it. I think.
Haha. Brilliant.
Nice roll.
Yes. And you do good damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
By the way, Kifri, you were on 2 points of exhaustion when you had run away from the undead T-Rex, and you had a good sleep last night, which means that you should be on 1 point of exhaustion. I want
Probably 0, because didn't I go down 1 last time as well?
go down 1 last time when?
Yeah, I think we rested twice since then.
Okay then, brilliant.
Yeah, I think we did.
Okay.
We had a rest at the Bird City.
Yes, I forgot all about Bird City. So yes, you are definitely no exhaustion. Forget me. Forget what I just said.
Yeah, don't scare me like that.
Yeah. Brightheart's got the best angle on this thing here, so she is simply going to produce Fame on it. It's going to be a hit, but it does very meager damage. And they're just simply going to make their way closer to both targets, basically. Now then. Do 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 beep dee da da dee doo ba ba da dee dee da da ba ba da dee dee doodly doo doodly doo diddly dee da 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 dee da dee da. Okay, Kifri, could you please make me a DC? Well, yeah, make me a strength check, please, as a large giant spider shoots web at you through the web.
Oh, not a spider.
Damn it, we should have known.
Oh, but Kifri! After your time with
job.
the undead Tyrannosaurus Rex, you're like, you have to take me dead, you motherfucker! As you whip the rapier around and you just you know what you do? Like a stick at a cotton candy thing. You just like, you thrust your rapier out. You then, with a variety of whips and curls, curl the web around in your sword. And then once you have like a nice bundle of web on your sword, you eat it. No, you just cast it to the side. You flick it all off as a bundle of web is perfectly collected and thrown off the side of your sword. You are absolutely not restrained in any way.
Nice.
Fantastic. But yeah, after that failure, the giant spider will hop down from its perch and will make its way into the combat. Now, despite that amazing display that you had just shown, the yellow-musk-zombies will give no shits about it and will go to slam you, but will miss. Durandal, it's your turn.
Fantastic. So using my high dexterity, I'm going to fling my crossbow back around my back, and in the same motion, pull out my short sword and strike the zombie across the front of his chest.
Right. So I've been noticing this a lot. So I'll just make it clear. To sheathe a weapon takes an action. To draw a weapon is a free action. To drop a weapon is a free action.
So I would have assumed that I dropped the other one from before.
I'm just gonna say you weren't so aware of that at the time, so we're just putting that into effect as of now.
Okay, because I have a second short sword, so I could just draw the second one.
Got you.
But okay.
Dual wielding is helpful. You can wield both, you know. A short sword has the finesse quality, which means that it can be used with dexterity, and it's considered light, so yeah, you could do 2 short swords, I believe.
Would I take a minus on the attack?
No.
Really?
Indeed. You wouldn't have your dexterity damage added to the second attack, but you would still have a d6 from it. And you would have 2 attacks, which means 2 chances of landing a hit.
See, okay, that I did not realize.
Yeah.
Well, then I will pull out both short swords.
Yeah, you say short sword, not scimitar, right?
Yeah, short sword. I have 2 short swords.
Yep, they have the finesse and light quality, which you can read in the book on page 147. Light saying a light weapon is small and easy to handle, making it ideal for use when fighting with 2 weapons.
Very good.
So yeah,
and I will strike with 2 short sword attacks.
Brilliant, and you absolutely can. The first one uses your attack action. The second one uses your bonus action. Both hit. So the first one, roll damage please, is a 7, and that is great. The second attack uses your offhand. You could just click the short sword and I'll read the rest. But yes, you do get your sneak attack do it as well. So yeah, that becomes 9 points of damage and you kill, or do you kill the zombie? The DC is 5 plus that, which is 14. Oh no! So surprised that you use your offhand! You destroy it and slice it in half.
Excellent. That's 4 kills for me.
Yeah, you guys got a competition going on? Anyway.
I better get your gear.
Yeah, brilliant. So then, that is Durandale's turn. New then. Yes, Willem, it's your turn. A big spider has come out of the webs.
Yeah, I don't like this at all. All right. Well, I've given up trying to kill the plant because big spider.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to Ray of Cold him.
Okay. Ray of Frost, rather.
Yes, excuse me, Ray of Frost.
I only correct you because I believe, well, it's Cone of Cold. But yeah, that's a hit. Brilliant. Yeah, but on top of that, you freeze over this creature and you reduce its movement by 10 feet. What's particularly interesting is that this creature has one of its legs missing. One of its 8 now reduced to 7. Minor thing.
Was that me that did that, or
no? That
a
seems to be how it
pre-existing
comes. A pre-existing condition.
Okay.
All right, Brog, your turn.
All right. Would it be safe to assume that from there I could leap across this?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So like, you could totally run the 10 feet and then do a jump diagonally, ignoring this tree, or use some of its roots to sort of hopscotch across.
All right, I will use its roots then to hopscotch across, and I'll move over to this spider and reckless attack it.
Yes, love it. Oh, no crits, but that's definitely a hit.
For 9 damage.
Brilliant.
And I will also, of course.
Oh, pardon
hit
me.
it with the lightning.
Pardon me. Are you armed with a shield?
I am armed with a shield. Yes.
Okay, then yes, this is the correct damage. Yes. So yeah, you do pretty good damage. Let's check it out on the old thing. So giant spider makes a dexterity saving throw. It passes, so it takes half. But yes, you do 12 points of damage to it altogether, as that bloodies the giant spider. You guys having become quite proficient and used to giant spiders after this point. Dralian, your turn.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and take a swing at him.
Yeah.
More sacred flame for me.
Yeah, Sacred Flame did let you down. Brilliant. That's a hit. And that does good damage. In fact, that is so good that, like your time when you blasted a spider into the ground, you're feeling that little bit of like nostalgia for that moment as you strike this giant spider to a point it could almost die.
I'm gonna kick it with the.
Yes, you can do it. You absolutely can. Just roll a flat d20. Beat that AC. Oh no! Oh, you're so close. For the sake of recording, its AC is 14. Ah.
Oh, he'll go down pretty soon.
Man, you could have lifted the foot, dropped it down, been a hero, but nah. So close. Yeah, well, it's up to Kithri now to end this spider.
Yep, I hate spiders, so there we go.
Yes, that's a hit, and I don't... Yeah, we know that's a hit, and I don't need to see damage. You pierce it with the rapier through its brains.
Splish.
Pride ebbing from you after you had completely wiped the floor with its sneaky web strike, and then followed up with stabbing it through the brains.
It's going to take more than a spider to get rid of my little halfling.
Yes. By the way, rapier, if I'm not mistaken... Rapier. Yep. Oh, it's finesse. Okay,
Yeah.
but it's not light. Shame. Okay. So then, Brightheart, your turn.
That's you.
Yes, it is. Hello, Brightheart. Hello. How are you doing? Fine. Don't open up emails now. God damn. Okay. So Brightheart is going to move to here, and they like what they got going on. They're just going to produce flame. That's going to be a hit, and it's going to do 1 point of damage. Nice.
There's some anti-fire magic going on around here or something.
No.
We're like rolling minimum damage on every fire.
Well, you were rolling radiant damage, so it's anti-radiant and fire damage. The yellow-musk-zombies, no shits being given, don't care about your swarms, it's going to try and slam the halfling. With a 14, that's a miss. Durandal, your turn.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, no worries. Go on.
Is it possible
Yeah,
for me to move? Can you see that measure?
I do.
All right. Is it possible for me to move 25 feet to here and then executing the 10-foot jump to here. Even though that exceeds my total speed, but with the jump, is that allowed?
It can be if you dash.
Okay, but if I dash, I won't be able to attack.
Indeed, so I'm going to say no.
Okay, so then instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to just simply move to this location, kind of taking cover behind the tree,
Okay.
sheathing my short swords and preparing to pull my crossbow out for the next turn to fire on the plant.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, Willem, your turn.
All right. I assume these guys have the zombie covered, so I'm going to go back to shooting the plant.
Yes.
Magic missile.
I would recommend you stop using magic missile on a stationary target.
Why is that?
Because it's a first level spell slot and I want you to preserve your spells.
Well, that's a good point. Let's see. Well, what cantrips do I have?
You have Ray of Frost.
60 feet. Yeah, we can do that.
Brilliant.
Well, I think I need to move one square closer.
Oh no, the horror! Pardon me for my sass. But yeah, 60 feet, Ray of Frost, that will reach it. And that's a hit. Yes.
Ooh, nice.
You make it potentially a tad wintry over this plant as it curls its tips in cold frost. Brog, the Breaker, your turn.
Alright. I shall step over here and finish this zombie off.
Yes. Go on, go for it. Oh, do you reckless? Do you reckless?
Yes.
Yes, it doesn't matter at this point, but yeah, that's tremendous damage. You bloody it. And then you, do your thing. It will do a dexterity. Yeah, fantastic. But yeah, was that you that just said face the lightning?
Yes, it was.
You get inspiration on your character sheet. And it fails and will taste the lightning as it conducts it through that fragile little yellow plant on its back. But it is still hanging in there. Dralian.
Alright, let's take a chance and finish him off.
Yay.
Here.
Yep. That's a hit. And that is not going to kill him. Ah! Wait,
Right.
Dralian. We've talked about this. Go on, go for glory. Oh!
Also, doing your bonus attack, that takes up resources. You can't always do that.
It,
Your
yeah.
bonus Warhammer attack.
I get 5 of rest.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So save that feature for other potential things. But yeah. Kifri! Go on! Finish him off! Yes! Well done.
Yes.
That's a hit. And you... Well, do you kill him? No! He hangs in there!
That was one stubborn zombie.
You stab your rapier into his chest, and he just continues to stand there. And,
These things.
in fact, make a athletics check to pull your rapier out from him. You succeed and pull the rapier easily out from him.
Ah, phew.
Brightheart will risk going into the webs a bit, getting a bit tangled in them, but will take this opportunity to produce flame, and just barely hits. And even though it's low damage, the fire singes the plant on its back, and the corpse slumps to the ground.
Excellent.
Well done. Hang on. Where have I kept it? Where have I kept it? No, did I not keep a victory tune on hand?
You had one last time, or the time before.
Amazing play. Where is it? Wait, here we go. There you go. Well done.
Brilliant.
Now, you could keep fighting the plant, but your druid will make a bit of a nature check right now. Nature. Yes, the druid will say that trying to imagine how they talk. Beep 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 beep. No, still not how they talk. No, they will say that the plant actually makes a big cloud of musk. If you get within 30 feet of it, it will try to lure you in. So keep your distance. We can shoot at it if you like, but other than that,
Oh yeah, we have plenty of ranged people that would be able to take it down.
yeah. And so from your range and with a combination of fire and stuff, you kill the plant and don't approach it.
Excellent.
Yeah. So, where do you guys go next?
Well, it looks like there's some sort of ladder here.
A ladder?
Looks like, or stairs down.
Oh, Willem, how long does your mirror image last for?
1 minute.
It's gone
So
now.
I guess it would still be up, or has it been a minute?
Well, as soon as out of combat happens, your minute is done, basically.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. We'll just take that
We
token
should,
off.
I'd like to inspect this statue here.
Yeah, you absolutely can do. So, does anybody have the sage or scholar background out of curiosity?
No.
No.
I do.
Who's that?
Well,
Ah, perfect. So this may come up at other stages, in this place in particular. But firstly, a fantastic edifice rises out of the jungle, which I believe we've talked about. And we basically talked about all this place. So here, you see that this face has a bemused expression. The message above it reads in Old Omerian, make me an intelligence history check, please. Or investigation, whichever you like. And this check goes to Willem.
alright, my history is not so great, so I think I'll do investigation.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'm trained in history, but I got a negative. Well, let's try.
I'm going to say you have advantage and you pass the DC.
Okay.
So it reads in Old Omerian, which is the in Old Chultan rather. This garden is dedicated to Zalkori, Queen of Omu and Jewel of Chult.
Queen of Omu, you say?
Yes.
I've met her, one of her descendants.
Exactly. Yes, you probably have.
What did her descendant want us to find?
She's looking for a crown, I believe.
Believe you'll find that will be different, but I don't have the information on hand. I believe it was the Skull Chalice.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yep, Skull Chalice. Which I don't think is here. I don't think it's at this.
Yes, now, the city of Omu is a city. This is, from what you gather from that message, a queen's retreat. This is the royal getaway house of
Camp
this.
David.
Maybe. I don't know anything about Camp David.
Camp David is like where the president of the U.S. like goes, or like Martha's Vineyard kind of a thing. It's
Okay.
Just
like
on
a,
vacation.
yeah, it's like a retreat location in the middle of nowhere.
Right, fair enough. Fair enough. Pardon me, I just saw some more information. But yeah, so that is what it reads, and Willem, your esteemed expert on this apparently, in this situation, reads out. What do you guys do with this information?
Well, of course, relay it to everybody. And do we know who the Queen of Omu was?
Well, she stated there, Zelkore, Queen of Omu.
Well, I mean, like, what is Omu?
So,
Omu's a city.
Okay.
It's a city, a major city in Chult, but at some point it had lost its luster at some point for some reason. To be honest, not a lot of you know, as you all are foreigners when you think about it. Even Brightheart, with her intermittent knowledge, is still only a recurring tourist, as she's here for the wildlife in particular. So its history and its people is still a bit of a mystery to you foreigners of the north. Still then, where do you guys head off next?
So I imagine I was right here studying the statue.
Exactly.
We should look around for the Black Orchid. That
Also for treasure, because if there could be possibly treasure remains here.
Yes.
hopefully. Let's make sure we get enough black orchids, because he said if we could get more, I believe it'd be more beneficial.
Well, I imagine in those areas with the flowers, would be a pretty good chance.
Still, we should look around at each of these plants as we go through.
All right. I'm gonna search for black orchids.
Yeah, so, yes. So, you with jungle as your favorite terrain, figure that you could go about this quite easily. And, with your keen eyesight, even in this vast garden, filled with a cornucopia of colourful plants and birds, all chirping away, you don't see any. Do you make your search last for about 10 minutes?
Yeah, I would imagine it would take us some time to comb through the area.
All right.
Nice, Star Ranger. Maybe potentially he could tell me what to look for.
So neither of you have seen a black orchid, orchid rather. So you're not really gonna get too much luck here. That being said, however, you in your search, among many things that you find here, you do find some manga leaves. In fact, you find about You find about 3 manga leaves. In case we hadn't discussed what these are before, these are dried up leaves that can be ground, dissolved in liquid, heated, and ingested. When anybody ingests an ounce of these leaves, they regain 1 hit point. If you ingest more than 5 ounces of manga leaves, in a 24-hour period, no additional benefits must exceed a... okay. Okay, I get you. So, yeah, you can regain some easy hit points by collecting these leaves, and you imagine carefully ingesting them one after another. So, basically, what we'll just say is that you have 3 1 HP items. Okay?
Yep, I recorded them down on my sheet, and I put the leaves carefully into my pack.
They need to be prepared in a certain heated way, but yeah, they can absolutely be useful. But other than that, you do not find any black orchids.
Alright, Willem takes a look around this area.
Okay then. So you guys obviously want to be as a team for whenever any sort of combat may happen, but at the same time, you may spread out. I will allow you to do either if you so choose.
I definitely want to stay close to the party. I don't want to go wandering off by my own.
All right.
Make almost like a loop.
Okay. So what you find here is that the gardens are particularly thick with vegetation. of which it's brimming from all of those little spits and spaces in there, with the main large stadium-like building with large elephants and a crocodile face leaking the river underneath it are all to your sides. So the plants in this enclosure garden are like nothing you've ever seen. The shapes are fantastic and their colors are like gems sparkling in the sun. Enclosed by 5-foot-high walls, this strangely beautiful garden imparts a sense of serenity. Messages are deeply scratched into the walls.
I'll see if I can read one of those messages.
Right, hang on. Yes. So, when you enter this garden to check it out, so an open archway in the south of the wall overlooks a flooded tunnel with a collapsed roof. Written on the south wall in Old Umerian, that this is still talking to Willem, who is investigating. So Willem, as you had before, what is your passive history?
Well, I do have proficiency in it.
Yeah.
It's a 2, I guess.
So your passive is 12, right?
How do I tell?
10 plus your skill in it.
Okay, so yeah, it would be 12.
Brilliant. So I'm going to say that you are able to read all of these scratchings and wordings. And on this south wall in Old Umerian are the words, "Without dreams, eternity is unbearable." That's what it reads.
And it's just repeated, or are there other messages?
No, there is only written once.
Okay.
Other than that,
Ask our druid if she recognizes any of these plants.
So, interesting. All right. So okay. She will do a nature check, I guess.
Yeah.
Do. She's gonna say no. She's actually at a loss for these bits of nature check. Now, Mr. Durndale, I'm gonna allow you a nature check, actually. Oh my God! Right, so Durndale,
I know everything.
now you absolutely came through. You notice something a little bit interesting here, that there is a poisonous herb being grown here called poisonous hospitality, or maybe it's called something else, but basically it's a type of poison that you will ingest, but if you drink it, it's very fruity like wine, but it will basically, what can happen, you just basically get poisoned by it, and you do, in your shady experience, recognize the poisons to it. A lot of what's growing in here seems to be of the poison / hallucinogenic variety, and you get this only because of your shady drugs and poison background, and the fact that this is just up your alley and fate has rewarded you about it.
Very good. Well, since I seem to be so keenly familiar with these plants and their potential uses, would I be able to collect some of them safely?
Oh, totally.
Okay. Well, I would like to try to collect a bundle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let me just double check I have got the right information about these plants. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, so I may have got this a tad wrong. Let me just get this. So I need you to actually make me a Constitution saving throw, please, as you are in this garden. And Willem, you entered it, so I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw as well, please. Alright, Durandal. As you are finished okay, and Willem, if you can make your Constitution saving throw after reading what was on those walls. Okay. 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 So, you finish collecting up all the weird flowers and whatnot in here that you reckon have some hallucinogenic qualities, and you recognize that you've touched them barehandedly, and you have poisoned yourself while also feeling particularly charmed. The effects of this is going to be unknown to you, and Willem, you led ahead of the ranger in this, and you also fail, so you feel particularly drowsy and giddy at this point, though it's pretty much like a drunk sensation. It's not overly terrible, but it is still disorientating.
Is this a sleep effect?
What's this?
Is this a sleep type effect?
No, it's not a sleep type effect.
So I'm basically high, is what you're saying.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Far out, man.
Far out, man. Definitely.
Would the ranger know the possible duration of these poisons?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Well, the ranger knows all about these poisons. Does he know the duration of how long they last?
No. I mean, results may vary, you know?
Well, we should probably start if we're feeling a little woozy, I'm going to suggest that we...
I shake my head and then try to leave the area.
We climb on up.
Okay, fair enough.
Dude, those plants totally make you high.
So yeah, I can see...
The bundle that I collected.
1 second, Kiffy, you were just asking about this statue, right?
Yeah, do I see anything interesting on it? Any other inscriptions?
Oh, yes, there are, but they are not written in a language that seems to not be recognized by you. Your sorcerer friend does, however, know these, and he can read these for you.
Alright, I'll call him over.
So this statue has a condescending expression, and Mr. Sorcerer, you may be a little bit tipsy right now.
Alright, I check them out.
Yeah, I won't make you do a ability check at disadvantage, but you can... I'll tell you what it is, and you can translate that in your new drunken talk however you want. Worshipped by her people, and by Firutaya, who loves... The word loves is scratched out, and then written after it in all capitals is stated, betrayed her. And the word loves have been chipped away, and the words betrayed is scratched into the stone above it.
Yeah, so I absolutely mangle the name, trying to pronounce it.
Yeah. Firuyau Tayawalna Tia. Something like that, I guess.
Yeah, so like she got betrayed and stuff, and it was like totally uncool.
Yep.
Alright, belly girl.
Alright then, so which way do you guys go now?
I want to check out this big pond over here.
We should be careful about the steps.
Yeah, there's nothing
what's all
major
that
about it. So, traces of gold-coloured plaster still clings to this dome in a few spots, but everywhere else you see old weathered bricks, more than a few of which have fallen through. The larger-than-life elephant carvings and graceful towering spire are still magnificent sights, even if their glory is dimmed by time and decay. The number of the holes. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, got you. Just reading some stuff. These doorways are closed with thick iron doors with ornate carvings on them. Yeah. Cool.
How tall are the walls?
Unclear for now. Pretty tall, we'll say. As you're in a risen place. Oh, well, there's at least this little platform bit that rises up another 10 feet from where you guys are in there. With a large pool descending deep down there. So, an 18-foot stone statue of a Chultan warrior in splint armor, wearing a helmet festooned with the Tyrannosaurus teeth, and bearing a shield of intricately patterned leopard hide, towers over the chamber and looms above a wide octagonal cistern. The chamber echoes with the sound of rainwater dripping from the ceiling into the gaping pit. The face of the giant warrior statue is obliterated by deep gouges, but the rest of the statue remains intact. Clutched in the statue's right hand is a stone spear, and resting on the floor beneath it is a clay urn. North of the statue is an open balcony overlooking a flooded garden. Standing to one side of the stone statue is another statue, this one much smaller, exquisitely lifelike. It depicts a man reaching for the urn, his face turned towards the balcony. In his lifeless eyes, you see terror. Stone steps ascend along the curved walls to the level of the second floor, but that floor is almost entirely collapsed. Someone's been up there, however, because a message of some sort is scrawled across the dome and ceiling. And that's the description.
Can I read that?
Once again, this is down to your wizard.
Alright, Sparky, get over here and read this.
And now has the hallucinatory effect cleared from my brain yet?
No. It's gonna be there for a while. Okay.
Dude, what's up?
Yeah, you say to the scribbles on the wall. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take a look at this. What does it say?
So you climb up here to the mezzanine. Condition of this. So you kind of stagger up this risky little walkway, and Miss Halfling joins you. I would like you both to make me an acrobatics check. Mr. Sorcerer, you will make this at disadvantage because you are poisoned. So you both succeed, and you make your way up. And while the floor may crumble a bit, it doesn't give way. Oh, never mind. Actually, Miss Halfling, you actually would have had advantage on that check. So, as before, you already passed the DC, so you can just read this, and the message reads: True love, faithful general, safe will you rest in Nangalore eternal. None will disturb you while I live, such is my vow of penance, and for my sins I cannot die. That's what the message reads.
I'm very nervous about that. It sounds like there's some sort of guardian here. Perhaps an eternal guardian.
Yeah.
Protecting her remains.
We should probably stay away from that urn then.
So when you go back down the stairs carefully, you go out to check the statue, and on the smaller statue that looks terrified over at the balcony. Scratched into the floor next to him, there's even more old Umerian, to which your sorcerer may butcher, and the reading reads, "Once a thief, forever a slave." And right beside him, at the feet of the statue, is an urn.
What's in this square?
Ooh,
That's
hang
a
on.
statue.
Hang on.
It's probably a little-
Yes, that right there is the statue.
Okay, yeah, I was just wondering what the little star was.
Stars usually designate a statue of some importance in these maps.
We should investigate the urn, see if you can see inside it.
Okay, so...
I'm not getting anywhere near that urn.
Yeah. So who wants to open up the urn?
I advise everyone against it, based on what I've read.
Yeah.
Potential valuables.
Essentially,
All right, we'll all
fucking
step
red flag.
outside, and you can open it.
Yeah, you first.
Mr. Cleric, give me a religion. Gotta mute these damn Facebook messages. So you recognize this as the urn of somebody's ashes.
Okay, I will relay that to people. Maybe it's not something we need to mess with.
There could be a magic item inside though, like a ring. Sure, you want to.
The message specifically mentioned guarding over her remains.
Oh, guarding over his remains. The name.
Oh, sorry.
The name. I'm trying to find it again. Tirutaya seems to be a male that relates to this statue that's been defaced.
If we're gonna open it up, who's gonna be opening it up?
I'm not going anywhere near it.
Same.
Can I see anything out here?
Right, so
Statues smashed up.
yeah, while people are deciding whether to desecrate an urn or not, you go over here and you can see a large stone face over there beyond giant. As you can imagine, this used to be a tremendous colossal statue that's long since crumbled. So the pagoda, this crumbling pagoda must have been lovely once, with its wide graceful arches inviting the breeze to blow through and overlooking the silent pool below. But time, decay, and some bestial presence have given it a sinister air. It smells foul, and dark stains cover the floor and seep down the white steps. No, this is not the same place. I've messed that up. This is the flooded garden. The next area right beside it. The water in this pool is unusually clear. A dozen or more large fish, turtles, and lizards swim lazily through it, and water birds paddle on the surface. Their ripples obscure something on the bottom of the pool, so you can't quite make it out. But the bottom appears blanketed in oddly shaped stone. Bits of
Can I
shattered
investigate a bit more
stone
closely?
rest atop a square dais that rises from middle of the pool, evidence of the sculpture that once stood atop it. Part of the sculpture lies in the pool west of the dais, a large stone face staring up at the sky. Okay, now you can talk.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, can I investigate the pool a bit more? See what's in the bottom.
You absolutely can. This will involve getting in the pool.
How far down is it?
You are at... Oh, actually, I can perfectly describe to you where you are. So, that's where you are. That's where that is.
Okay, it's probably a bit too far for me to jump.
Oh, no. 10 feet? Not at all. And you'd be landing in water? Easy.
Yeah, we can always go to one of these side. There's one side thing over here, and go down from there.
I would like to do a perception check on this door here.
Not yet. I will finish off with Kifri first. So Kifri, do you decide to
Fair
jump
enough.
down into this pool?
Have we decided what we're doing with the urn yet?
That's up to
I
you
don't want to
guys.
split the party.
I don't think so. I think we should take it or smash it or see what's inside of it, to be honest. But it's up to the group's decision. But my opinion is that, there could be some treasure we don't want to miss out on, or some sort of quest item or something. Like, it's heavily guarded for, like, a reason.
Well, if you're feeling confident, we can deal with whatever might come to respond to any actions.
To get rid of our poison.
We should also probably stay away from the closed end, and we should be near the open end if we're going to fight something.
True. I'd like to search this door, though.
Okay, so again, finishing off with Kifri. Kifri, do you jump down into this pool?
No, I'm only a little halfling. That's too far for me to jump, I think.
Okay, going back to the rest of the group. As you look at this door, as I've said before, it's a metal door that is particularly stiff, rusted shut. So you figure to open it, you might need to force it.
Right, so there's no... is there a lock mechanism?
No, well, it's rusted shut. It's not locked shut, it's rusted shut.
Okay. I'm going to shout over, Brog! I'm going to shout
Alright.
Brog over.
I will come over here and I will bash on the door.
Right, let's get rid of your aura because you're not raging right now.
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't raging yet. The 24 is pretty good.
That is a fantastic roll. That is a strength saving throw, I'm very sad to say, when I need an athletics check.
Oh,
Sorry. Well, that's still a good roll. Wonderful. You smash the door apart, open, but the impact causes a portion of the ceiling to collapse. Brog, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no! Yes!
You succeed. And you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage from a large stone that knocks in
I'll
and
take
breaks
half of
across your
that.
back.
Oh wait.
So yeah, you bust the door open and you take 5 points of damage for your troubles. Brog?
Okay, so both sides are open now.
Yep.
Yeah,
I got it. All right,
both
I
sides
put
are
it at
open.
5. We're good.
Brilliant.
Okay. Can I move out here and do a perception?
Totally. Yeah. So, what are you checking out
Okay.
for?
Well, we haven't really... anything that would be kind of from this line and north, we probably have not observed because we were down on the opposite side. So clearly there's some sort of structure up here that we wouldn't have seen as easily before. So I'd like to kind of check out what the structure is. Obviously there's like wolf heads on it instead of elephant heads or something.
Right. So, so the description I have is all about what's inside. This bell-shaped dome appears intact. It has no obvious holes in the roof, and the bronze double doors hang squarely in its frame. The doors are closed, but not locked, as far as you can tell. Yeah. Other than that, you do see some wolf heads on the corner of the large dome-shaped building. You'll have to decide what that's all about in your own way.
All right. In that case, investigation on the building.
It's a building.
All right. I'm gonna ask Willem. Do you notice anything about this building different from the other?
All right, I look for any inscriptions or messages.
Brilliant. You don't see any.
Okay. Judging by my skills in thievery, I'm going to examine the door. You said that they were bronze doors that were unlocked. Any other details?
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to turn back to the group and say, the doors appear to be unlocked and in good condition. Perhaps we should go through.
I'll go up and open the doors.
Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sometimes it takes the team a long time till they get there. You open the doors and you see 3 large crane-like beings, but also you see... Hang on. Go on, give me a handout. Give me a handout, you nasty piece of work. Oh no! There's no wonderful handout for this. Ah. Can I save the image? I can. I'll share it across before viewers. There is a... Well, in a veil, you see a humanoid. Yes. In a veil, you see a humanoid. And upon entering, this woman speaks with a very finely toned voice that's almost honey sweet. Strangers have come to Nangalore, my love. What boon do their subjects beseech? So yeah, this comes from the humanoid right here. And when you enter, this single large chamber inside the dome is obviously a royal apartment, or was centuries ago. Now the bright floral murals are dim and grey. Bits of coloured glass are heaped beneath a cracked mosaic. Enamelled wooden tables are split and tilting, and every bit of cloth is frayed and streaked. At the centre of the room, a long divan stands atop a circular dais. Reclining on the divan is a woman dressed in a flowing robe made from parrot feathers in stunning colours. Despite the heat, her arms, head and face are covered in feathery veils. Next to her, a black orchid grows out of a large clay pot at the head of the divan. She addresses you in a voice tinged with odd inflections, rather than honeyed, as I said. So then, what do you guys make of this?
I think this is, you said she was a woman?
Yes.
This is my specialty.
Oh, okay. After the last time, suddenly Durandal is the ladies' man of the group.
I'm going to approach and do kind of a slight bowing motion and say, pardon me and my group. We did not realize anyone was here. We thought this shrine was abandoned.
She interrupts you by saying, why, myself and Tiratayu is here, of course. You saw him on the way in, did you not?
Who is Tiratayu?
Tiratayu? Why would you bring that name up? He's been dead for so long. How did you know of him?
We saw him on the way in.
Oh, of course he did. Of course he did. Oh, of course he did. Yes. Oh, my dear, sweet, handsome Tiratayu.
A bit loony, isn't she?
What did you say?
Did you actually say that out loud?
If you're not telling me you're talking out of character, I will jump at every opportunity to have you get fucked over.
I'll sort of approach and go, lady, we are here to find a black orchid.
A black
And,
orchid? I see that you like my treasured possessions. How very interesting. Well, very well. I could see by giving you a black orchid of mine for 500 gold pieces, perhaps. However, who here, speaking out of character, has a charisma score of 16 or higher?
Willem does.
Oh, Willem.
I do.
Oh, wow. All of you have some pretty high charisma. Does Durandal have high charisma?
I do. I have 14.
Ha! Not big enough. He's actually not the most handsome between you. So Zakuri kind of this woman looks over. Sorry, confused my names. Oh, wait, you can probably see the token. Oh well, that's handy. This woman looks over you guys, and between the halfling and Willem, she says, "If you become my pretty slave, I could give up a black orchid for you as my new plaything."
I'm going to chime in and say, our friend Willem here was actually looking for a new master, and roll a deception check.
Oh, that's a 20! And she makes her way right into you guys and kind of reaches out towards Willem as she goes, it's been so lonely being the Queen of Omu. It's very hard to find suitors nowadays, but you shall make a handsome slave.
Out of character, is the black orchid on her?
The black orchid is growing, it says in an urn by the divan, so I'm going to say that urn is here.
Okay, I'm going to, while she's distracted talking to Willem, I'm going to just kind of slide over here and just kind of like pretend like I'm looking around.
So you're standing right in front of her, so you can absolutely do this sleight of hand, but there will be some shuffling of people which will make this a bit awkward. And plus, there is this bird, and this bird that all look at you rather intriguingly.
I'm going to attempt to just kind of like walk by, like examining the room from here to here. And as I do, and using my body to block line of sight, I'm going to see if I can't just do a quick sleight of hand on the flower and do it and potentially swap it with one of the other flowers that I had grabbed. That would either be maybe potentially in my pocket.
All right, very well. This may go badly for you. Oh, that's not a good roll. That's not good enough for the combined group. But very well, let's see if you get lucky. Oh, you already spotted off the bat. That's unlucky for you. That's unlucky. I'm just gonna highlight for the sake of a video the key spot, which if someone snatches, just can I zoom in? Can I zoom in for the sake of a video? Yeah, just for fun. Just for fun. Just for fun. Oh no. No. Okay, yes. So, very well. You make a little bit of a shuffle for the black orchid. Needless to say, however, you are spotted by the woman already who turns to you and just instantly goes, "Steal from your queen, would you? After I treated you like guests? Oh, Tiratayu is going to help me flay you alive, but not before I turn you into beautiful little statues." And she reveals her veil to show herself as a Medusa.
Oh shit.
Very well, we're keeping with initiative. You should have. Did I hear someone should have seduced her?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I was on my way, but the ranger wanted to be all sneaky hands.
It's
yeah.
a good thing that you didn't seduce her, because I feel like you would have been turned to stone.
Yeah.
One way or another, something would go hard.
Oh, no.
It's better this way.
All right, you have got yourself into a tricky situation. All right.
Are we rolling initiative or keeping the same one?
Keeping the same one. Okay, so Durandal, you get to go first. This may be rough. She is CR6. But yeah, Durandal, you're up first. You have a black orchid in your hand, at least.
Oh, I do. Very good. Well, I'm going to, if I can't move by here without taking the attack of opportunity, but I could do a...
You could, hey, you could totally leave these guys, go out these doors, and go marry your new princess back at the bird village.
No, I don't want to leave the group, but I might make it look like I leave the group. So I'm going to actually sprint through this door. Are
Let me
these
just. Yeah, let's find out about those doors.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Nangalore. Okay, just checking this out. Where have we? Yeah, I'm gonna assume that these doors are not locked and you can walk through, bust them open.
Okay. And then so what are these stairs down? What is this structure here? Are these like stairs or steps to the side?
You could walk across them. Yeah, I would count them as difficult terrain, but yeah.
Okay. I ignore difficult terrain.
Brilliant.
So in that case, why don't I step here and kind of use this this doorway as cover, and I'm going to turn back and take fire at this bird here.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, sure.
And since he hasn't gone in combat yet, that gives me advantage on the attack.
Yes, it does. And, well, it's not assassinate, sadly. You're not that level, so you don't get your sneak attack. Or maybe you get... I forget what you get.
I get my sneak attack because whenever I have advantage on an attack, that fulfills the requirement.
Brilliant.
So I can... Because I have advantage due to my ranger trait, because they haven't gone in combat yet, that would give me sneak attack.
Alright then. In that case, that is a hit.
Alright.
And you get your sneak attack. Brilliant. So that is good damage. And this large bird creams as you stab it through its gut. And it wails out in pain. Alright. Anything else you do with your turn?
I believe that's all I can do unless I can use my remaining movement.
Yeah, you can use your remaining movement if you want to.
Okay, well, I will. So I started here, so 5, 10, we'll say probably 15, 20, so I would have 10 more feet to move. I'm going to move down here by the wolf skull. I feel like it would provide me with some good cover.
What if the wolf skull comes alive?
Well, then I think we're all dead if giant skulls start coming alive.
Oh, pardon me. Oops. Let me just try that again. Boop. Begin to draw again. Draw shape. 5. Yeah. Alright then. Cool. Let me just read over this information. Okay, so after being hurt, this Eblis, this large bird, seems to be able to mutter, or rather be able to just summon a large spectral form of mystical colors that weave with twisting patterns through the air. I would like everyone in this cube I've drawn to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wow. Does that include me, who's outside?
Yes, it does.
Wow.
Wow. Oh my god! Oh,
no.
Kiffy, you're outside the spell, so you don't need to make a saving throw. But George, you are in the thing, and you will fail. So you are charmed, as you basically, literally go, oh, hang on a second. Who is making... Durandal, you make this a disadvantage because you're poisoned. And Willem, you make this a disadvantage because you are poisoned.
Except I have advantage against charm effects as a half-elf.
Interesting. You say you're elf, not half-elf.
Yes.
Alright.
I'm a half-elf.
No, you are half-elf. Fey ancestry. I see that you have copied it in from your own notes, so that's good. This is just for my own benefit, as this is the first time I've seen this. Saving your failing foes against being charmed? Yes. Well done. So, this disadvantage counters out your advantage, making it a regular roll, making the result 12, making it a success. And you pass. But, so basically just George, Brog the Breaker, you are bewildered and amazed by these twisting patterns going through the air as you become charmed. And simply, you make no attacks, you don't move anywhere, you just stay transfixed at this pattern before you.
The lights are so pretty.
Yeah, truly.
They found his weakness.
Pretty lights. That's its turn. Willem, it's your turn. You have ignored the flashy effects, though the pattern remains.
A little crazy, and I'm going to do a sleep spell.
Okay.
And I can affect that 20-foot square there.
That's not lined up with the cubes. I would prefer it if you... Was it lined up with the cubes?
I think so. That's what I selected. Anyway.
Didn't look like it. Well, it didn't line up.
Okay. Hold shift to do it.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
There we go.
Yes, I like that. I'm a little bit OCD for this stuff, but yes. So, roll your sleep spell. I know the conditions of how it works. Past that.
Hold on. It's being... Oh, here we go.
Okay. So,
how weak.
This Eblis over here takes up 11 hit points of your 15 and does fall asleep. And that means that is hypnotic pattern a concentration? It is, which means that the concentration they had gets lost, the pattern is lost, and Brog, you no longer see pretty colours.
Nice.
And the Eblis is now asleep.
Teamwork.
Anything else you want to do, Willem?
Alright, I'm going to, since I cast a spell, I'm going to move myself backwards 10 feet.
Yes.
Without getting an attack.
With your little floaty maneuver.
And then I'm going to duck behind this corner here.
Okay. Whoa, okay, fair enough. Everyone's getting out of there. Yeah. So your spell didn't affect any of the other Eblis. This one is going to cast Hypnotic Pattern. And this time, he's going to go for the group right in front of the Queen. 20, 15. It's a 30-foot cube, so that's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So, unfortunately, it just so happens that the spell gets you, despite how it didn't intend to get you, as it didn't see which way you went. So, everybody in there, make me a wisdom saving throw, please. Dralian, well done. Willem, you fail.
Stupid disadvantage.
Yes. But rather, this is just a
because I would have been successful otherwise.
Yes, it would have. In fact, I had better mark you with something that donates that you're poisoned. Bleh. And I'll note the same with you. Bleh. And you are charmed. Pretty light. So pretty. Yeah. So you can't do anything until somebody does something to you. In fact, you know what someone should do. They should nudge you awake. But you can't translate that, as you're lost in the pretty colours. Alright, it is now Queen Zalcori's go. As that is who you've been dealing with all along. Wow. I should have made you guys do, some Constitution saving throws. Oh, no. Well, actually, no. You know what? It's her turn, and she will reveal her veil now to show that she is indeed a Medusa with snapping snake hair. She will turn to Brog and will start attacking him First with her snake hair, which hits with a does it hit with a 16? It does. And it does 4 piercing damage and 10 poison damage. The next attack goes for Brightheart with a short sword and misses. The next attack goes for Brightheart with a short sword and hits and does 8 points of piercing damage to her. Yeah.
Sorry, it was 2 and 10, right? So 12 in total.
What are you talking about, sorry?
The damage that I took.
That Brog, you took 4 and 10, which makes 14. Now, Dralian, her veil has been revealed. Please make me a oh, hang on. Yeah, you're starting its turn of Medusa. The Medusa can force it to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw. Yeah. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please. This is very important. Dralian, you're turning to stone. You begin to turn to stone and you are restrained. You must repeat the saving throw at the end of your next turn, becoming petrified on a failure, or ending the effect on a success.
Okay.
How you doing there, Dralian?
Still get an action, right?
Well, yeah. He gets his last action, and if he fails his next very important Constitution saving throw, he turns to stone. Brog, this is the beginning of your turn. Please make a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
Broggy, no! You are restrained and you begin to turn to stone.
All right. Well, otherwise, am I like unable to make actions, or
you are restrained? A restrained creature cannot move. And this is literally your feet turning to stone as it's traveling its way upwards along your body. Your breathing starting to grow tighter. You can see the effects of restrained and poisoned on page 291. If we go to a restrained creature, on the next page over, a restrained creature's speed becomes 0. It can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against this creature have advantage. The creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. And you have disadvantage on dexterity checks. Also, a petrified creature just becomes stone. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, your 2 people are turning to stone. Kifri. You begin your turn 30 feet within the Medusa. You must give me an important Constitution saving throw, please.
See how that goes.
That is, you meet the DC. You pass. Yes. Yes. And it strikes you that you can avoid her gaze. And in so doing, a creature can avert its eyes to avoid the saving throws at the start of its turn. If the creature does so, it can't see Medusa until the start of its next turn, when it can avert its eyes again. If the creature looks at Medusa in the meantime, it must immediately make the save. I forced Dralian and Brog to make that, as her veil whipped out as she showed herself as a Medusa. But now that you have been able to resist its effects, you figure that you can keep your gaze avoided and you won't have to make Constitution checks anymore.
Alright, I'll try that.
Yes.
And I'm going to do, I guess, Dissonant Whisper on her.
Okay. Very wise.
I've re-added it, so let's see if it actually works.
Okay. Wonderful. She will make that wisdom saving throw and fail. Brilliant.
Cool. So she's got to take the full
Flee
damage and
from
then
you.
try and run away. And hopefully get 3 attacks on her.
Yeah, she does so, and so she has to move the full amount of her speed, right?
I think so. Yeah.
She flees right outside, right into Dralian's view.
Oh no.
And yes, indeed. Brightheart, Dralian, and Brog all get attacks of opportunities. Also, Brog, you can wait. Brog, on your turn, did you not get to rage or do something?
I did not get to do anything. No, I did not.
I didn't know.
Oh, geez, you guys had turns you could have done. Oh, sorry. Do your turns quickly, please. Sorry, I don't know how I missed asking you about your turns.
I think we're too caught up in the whole stoning thing.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration on myself.
Okay, cool. Before you do, give me a Arcana check.
Okay, hold on. This will go bad.
Okay, you think Lesser Restoration will do the job.
Let me read Lesser Restoration now.
So, you cast Lesser Restoration, and sadly, it does not work. And that is your spell slot and your action.
So I'm just gonna say before anyone else goes, like, you're either gonna need to do damage, or you're gonna have to run. Trying to stop the effect is probably gonna be pointless. It either has to be tons of damage to burn her down. This is all out of character, obviously.
Actually, you're incorrect. You're incorrect. At the end of their next turn, they will be able to make another Constitution save. And, what's more, they can avert their eyes. They were surprised as she whipped out her veil, but on their coming turns, they can absolutely avoid to make eye contact with her.
Blind fight. Who took the blind fight feat?
Don't know about that. By the way, does anybody remember how Hercules defeated Medusa?
Shield. Yes.
The mirror.
Yeah.
There we go. Anyway.
Okay, so I'll just cast Mirror Image and then I'm done. It's
No.
got mirror in the name. It's
I know its effects, you cheat. Well, you know what? You can cast that as soon as you're no longer crazy with Hypnotic Pattern.
I'm
But
staring at the
Dralian,
pretty lights. I'm
your
staring.
turn comes and goes with the Lesser
Wait,
Restoration.
Technically, don't the birds, since they're within 30 feet, also have to make...
They're wise to not make gaze eye contact with her, as they know her abilities and features. But anyway, that's getting meta. So, Brog, now this is making up for the turn that I apparently missed out. You had found yourself starting to turn to stone. You can rage and start trying to slash her down.
All right, I will use I will definitely rage here, and
Yeah.
I will make a well, I'm already at disadvantage already, so I'm going to make a reckless attack.
Yes.
On her.
Yes, and that will be a miss.
All right, and then other than that, I will go ahead and do my Storm Fury attack.
Yes. She fails her saving throw, and you send lightning damage her way. By the way, because Recklessly kind of resets at the beginning of your next turn, you will have advantage on your attack of opportunity. So,
yeah, good point.
she begins to flee. Okay, Dralian, you get your attack opportunity. That's a hit! Shame you're not a paladin, you can throw a smite in there. But yes, you hit her with some damage. Okay, Brog, make your attack. That's a hit!
It'll be 13.
Yes, yes it will. And so between you, you manage to slice her up in her fleeing efforts. Very good. And Brightheart, unfortunately, won't do much beyond a quarterstaff. and will not hit her. Okay. Yes, you did Dissonant Whispers. Brightheart's turn. So.
Oh, can I do Healing Words as a bonus action as well?
No, you may not, because that would be doing 2 spells, which you can only do in the case of a cantrip and first level or higher, where the actions will allow it.
No, fair enough.
No worries. On your next turn. But Brightheart will... what have they got? What has Brightheart got?
Should probably heal.
She has got healing, but she needs to level the playing field a bit. Birds can fly. They have prepared... Oh, firstly, they are going to Bark Skin, making their AC become no less than 16. And then they're going to wild shape into a Dionysius. If I can bloody spell it. What? There we go. Boom. I'm gonna hide you, just to GM layer, for the time being. So yes, she becomes a Dionysius. Oh, why did I just? Oh, agony. There we go. Yes. BRB. Okay, cool. So yeah, she becomes a Dionysius, and she's already used her action, but she has got her movement. So she's going to move up to this Eblis, and on his next turn, she is going to start attacking it in its sleep. This Eblis here will move up, and will start with... well, actually, these are cunning creatures. Yes, these are absolutely cunning creatures. So, to get the strong ones to stop fighting and to give in to their queen, it's going to cast Hypnotic Pattern and barely misses Durandal. So please may Brog, Dralian and Kifri give me a last and final wisdom saving throw. So Kifri, you fail, and you become mesmerized by the pretty lights. George, you meet the DC and are not surprised by the pretty lights. And I gotta wait for Dralian to come back so he can do his saving throw, or I could do it on his behalf. For the sake of flow, I'm gonna do it on his behalf. Wisdom saving throw, he has got that wisdom. And he succeeds. Okay. Right. Okay, yeah. So, Durandal, it's your turn. This is the beginning of your turn. You've seen this woman, this Medusa, fly out, and she's not making eye contact with you, as you're kind of well hidden. They've just been fleeing. I highly recommend you make your action this first round to be to make sure you avert your eyes.
Right. Well, I was actually moving away from her anyways, moving around the building, so I'm just going to continue with that.
I would like you to please say to me that I avert my eyes.
Okay, I avert my eyes from looking at her as I continue moving around the building.
Excellent. You make no saving throws against her, and you do not start turning to stone at all.
Alright, let me see my movement here.
Okay, so yeah, you avert your eyes, and you can do your action.
I'm going to move to there.
Oh, got the full thing set up.
And I believe I have range on that large creature in there.
You do, but there's this large divan thing in the middle here that is blocking your shot.
What about that one?
Well,
that's the one that's asleep.
Well, there's something in all those cases, but those are not total pieces of cover. And because I believe you could ignore total cover, well, you can ignore anything but total cover, you can make either of those shots.
Okay, I'll shoot the one on the right then, who appears to be uninjured.
Would you care to make a shot at the one on the left, which gives you advantage because they are prone? No, disadvantage because they're prone. But they are asleep, so I'm going to give you advantage because they're asleep.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I didn't realize that. I will shoot the larger one there. That's next to the Dionysus anyways, because that would fulfill the sneak attack requirement.
And I will allow it with advantage. You also don't need to be afraid of the hypnotic pattern, by the way. That is a hit. Yes. And you kill the Eblis as you strike it out in its sleep. Anything else?
That is it for my turn.
Okay. Willem, you are mesmerized by the pretty colors, and until somebody bumps you out of it, you will remain that way. Hint, hint at Durandal. The Eblis over here...
Oh, so I don't get a saving throw?
Who? No, I don't believe so in the case of Hypnotic Pattern. I remember Hypnotic Pattern was particularly deadly in this way, for just making you stand there. Each creature in the area must see a pattern makes a wisdom saving throw. On a fail, the creature becomes charmed. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. The spell ends for an affected creature if it takes any damage, or if someone uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor. So no, you do not get an additional saving throw. So this Eblis will make its way down to Durandal, and will then start pecking at him twice with its beak, and will miss both times. Now, Kifri, after a creature has been charmed, it can start making its way back in, can't it?
Yes, it can.
Alrighty then. Dralian, not Durandal. Right, got you. Right, okay. So yeah, she will do exactly that, making her way back into the middle of this fray. And now that she can, she is going to start with a snake hair attack on Dralian. Snake hair. That's going to be a miss. And then she's going to short sword Brog with a miss. And then she... Oh, it's advantage because you're both restrained. Ah, shit. Well, that's still a miss on Dralian. But that is going to be a hit on Brog. So, Brog, you will take half of 5, which is 3. And then she's going to do another short sword attack on Brog, seeing as she's getting her way against him. With an 18, that does 7 piercing damage, which is rounded up by half to 4. Dralian, are you back with us?
Yes.
Brilliant. Excellent. So, it's the beginning of your turn. I highly recommend that you say I avert my gaze from her.
I am not looking at her at all.
Brilliant.
So I avert my gaze from her.
Excellent. You make no constitution saving throw, and you may take a turn, though you are restrained.
So what I need to do is I'm restrained now. Sorry.
Pardon me, you are muttering a little bit.
I said, didn't you say I had to take a constitution save?
At the end of this coming turn that you're doing right now.
Okay. So I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Brog.
You cannot, because Cure Wounds is touch.
Okay, then I'll keep Healing Word on Brog.
You can absolutely do that. Brog, your HP is currently 1. I don't think that's correct.
7 damage, correct? In total? I took 3 and then I took...
oh, yeah. I thought you were on more than that.
I should take 7. So I am at 1 HP.
Wow. Holy shit.
So
okay.
Now you're at 7.
Now I'm at 7.
Yep, you get healed. Oh, damn.
And that's a bonus action. I'm going to go ahead and attack her now with my weapon.
So I believe you got a Channel Divinity in the tank. I think that may be recommended. To get that plus 10, to get that, you know, all that damage in.
Okay, that's fine. Let's do that.
Brilliant. Don't have to, but it's recommended. You absolutely nail that hit as you... can you do plus 10 to hit or plus 10 to the damage?
Let me look at it.
You're really quiet on my end.
Yeah, you are a little quiet.
Any better?
Yeah, much better. Alright, let's cut to the chase.
Yeah, if you can pump some more damage into that, we definitely could use that.
Indeed. Though I don't believe he can. Cleric. He is a war domain. War domain. Channel divinity. Guided strike. Plus 10 to the bonus to the roll.
So it's not
Yeah.
damage then.
Just attack roll. No to the damage.
I'm going to use the bonus action. I used the bonus action, didn't I?
Yes, for the healing word.
So, I guess I'm done then.
Yes, you do good damage. And Zalkuri's looking very close to bloodied at this point. Now, this is the end of your turn. Please make me a very important Constitution saving throw, please. Get 14 or plus. Oh no! Dralian, I am very sorry. You are
I can't get bardic inspiration or anything, can I? Because I'm unconscious.
No, you could not. You could do it on earlier turns, but you could not do it now. Unfortunately, Dralian, you are petrified and turned to stone. Yeah. And without a greater restoration spell, I'm afraid to say that Mr. Dralian is now a statue in Zalkuri's court. Brog, it's your turn. You've just seen your friend completely turn to stone, with your fate not so far behind.
My eyes.
You can see him and avert your eyes from Zalkuri.
All right.
And he has just turned to stone before your eyes.
I'm gonna shout, "No!" as I recklessly attack.
Remember, by the way, I gave you a
you
point
know.
of inspiration, Brog, for Taste the Thunder. So keep that in mind.
Yes. I am absolutely using my inspiration here to put everything I've got into this attack.
So, despite you attacking at disadvantage, I will allow you, with your reckless and your used inspiration, to turn this all the way into an advantage. And you hit on that 20.
All right, I do 8, and then as well, I will also roll my Storm Fury here.
Yes. Yes. She passes and takes half, rounded up to 5. And she is looking very hurt at this point. She's looking bloodied at this point. Now, Mr. Brog, make me a Constitution saving throw. Oh, no! No! What are your final words as the stone creeps up your body?
Damn you, Zalkuri!
Fantastic. You may have an inspiration for your afterlife. Kifri, you are hypnotized.
Still looking at the pretty lights.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Oh goddamn. Brightheart's turn. Brightheart is going to slash at and bite at this Ebris, who is controlling the yeah, this one is controlling the hypnotic pattern that is controlling you, I believe. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Kifri. So she's going to start hacking and slashing at it. Yes. 3 attacks. One with 3 attacks. 1 with its bite and 2 with its claws. Bite, claw, claw. Oh no. Only 1 hit with it may interrupt it. It may interrupt it. So that is going to be a hit. It will take 7 damage, and now I must make a Constitution saving throw. 10 being the DC. It fails. Kifri, your spell no longer affects you, as the Ebris has lost the concentration over it. You witness your friends in stone. It's now its turn, and it's going to start pecking at the Dionysius. Peck. Oh, it crits. It crits. But the second attack is a miss. But damn, it crits. But only does 6 points of damage. So it's not that amazing like I made it out to be. Durandal, you, from your angle, at least see 1 petrified Dralian, and you may see the axe or short sword of 1 petrified Brog. Just so we're clear on being petrified, just so we're clear. Yeah. A petrified creature is transformed along with any non-magical objects it is wearing or carrying into a solid inanimate substance, usually stone. Its weight increases by a factor of 10 and ceases aging. The creature is incapacitated, can't move or speak, and is unaware of its surroundings. Attack rolls against it have advantage. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. The creature has resistance to all damage. The creature is immune to poison and disease, although a poison or disease already in the system is suspended, not neutralized. Just so we are clear.
Okay. So, based on the flaw of my character, I've been in a situation like this before.
Ooh.
And it has served me correct. So I'm going to begin making my retreat out of here.
When faced with a choice between money and my friends, I usually choose the money. He tends to take the path of least resistance and least conflict. Abandoning his family bosses, comrades on his first mission. Fantastic.
So I've experienced this before.
So
I'm going to be moving away.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
To here-ish.
Yeah.
However, I am going to try to help one last time before I leave by firing a shot at the bird there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well done. That is a hit. Great. It's a great hit.
Now, technically,
yeah,
since he's stone, he is engaged in melee combat.
He is
still an attackable target, right?
No, a petrified creature is incapacitated. Your sneak attack requires a
You're right.
not incapacitated creature.
You are correct.
Mm.
And I will begin my exit of this combat because I am afraid.
Yep. Willem, the Eblis that caused your effect is still alive, unfortunately for you. So you're stuck there. This Eblis is gonna move over to the Dionysius and will begin pecking it. One's gonna be a hit. Does 6 piercing damage to the Dionysius. Zalkori's turn. She is gonna make a perception check. And Kiffy, what is your passive stealth?
How do I know what that is?
10 plus your stealth ability.
Oh, 15 then.
Brilliant. Very good. Very good. So Corey, perception. she makes her way over the Dionysius, not seeing you past the statue of Dralian. And she's going to start with a snake hair attack, which will be a miss, then a short sword, then another short sword. The last short sword will be a hit because of the difficulty with bark skin. Dralian is now dead. Or, well, you know what? If one of you guys come back here with a greater restoration, you can bring him back. Brog will be taken. Kifri, it's your turn. How do you begin your turn?
Well, I'm not going to look at Zalkor.
Brilliant.
You've
also seen Durandal make a run for it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing the same. But as I do it, I'm going to cast Shatter right in the middle and apologise to
What?
the Dinosaurus.
I thought you were going to do it on the statues, which had disadvantage, and would absolutely make... I'm sorry, guys. I must never allow you back again. Because inanimate objects have disadvantage to the check.
No, I'm not going to get them.
Now, I would say something, and you can do this if you want to be particularly pleasing. You could go to Willem and simply nudge him as an action that will get him out of the effects of the spell.
After this, so I'm going to.
It takes an action to cast Shatter.
Yeah, but then I got my movement, so I can run out and run straight into him. I'm thinking.
It takes an action to snap him out of the spell. You have to choose between Shatter and snapping him out of it.
If I do damage to the thingy, though, that'll break the spell anyway, won't it?
What's that?
If I do damage to the bird.
If he makes his concentration check.
Yeah, it could happen. They could hold the concentration, so it could go either way. It would be ballsy. Decisions.
I'm gonna try it anyway.
Okay. All right then. Draw me the radius of your shatter. Oh, also for shatter, it's not got a range. You got to do it from yourself.
No, it does have a range.
Let's have a look. Shatter.
I'm pretty sure it's 60 foot, isn't it? Yeah, range 60 foot.
Really?
That's what it says.
Well, I will be damned. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Q, R, S. I want to see this firsthand. Shatter. By the way, Dralian, I recommend that you had prepared the spell Spiritual Weapon. It would have given you an extra attack. Well, you would have taken up your other bonus attack. Oh well, whatever. Range 60 feet. In a 10-foot radius sphere? Ah, so it's different. Constitution saving throw. Yes, this is different. This is different than Thunderwave, which is what I'm thinking of. That's why. Okay, so... yeah, brilliant. How you automatically knew to get the sphere done, I don't know, but brilliant. Yeah, so that's going to get the burst. That's going to get Salkori. And they're all going to make Constitution saving throws.
Let's see if that works then.
You could have perfectly destroyed the two statues, by the way. Just saying, you could have just put them down to nothing but dust with no hope of coming back. Which would have been hilarious. Even in this time of death curse. Zalkori's going to pass. And she'll take half. But you're going to actually bloody her really dangerously with that. The Elbis. The one that's going to fail is conveniently the one that's going to have the thing going into effect. Yeah. Okay. So Zalkori takes 11 points of damage. The Eblis, who failed, dies. The effect on Thingy dies, which means you are no longer charmed. Maybe you can make a comeback and actually turn this around. And the other Eblis will take 11 points of damage and be bloodied. I'm gonna now when this happens, Zalkuri staggers in pain, and she cries out for her long-lost love, Tiatayu, and when she does so, she asks him, "Please, Tiatayu, my love, protect me from those that would see me dead. I'm sorry for all that I've done to curse and besmirch you. Please, come help me." And when she does, a spectral spirit of a 10-foot tall apparition of a Chultan warrior wielding a massive spear of force comes into view. Oh, controlled. And yeah, I'm just reading something. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so Zalkuri develops this huge apparition that stands over her solemnly, but now with a face to him that shows that he matches the statues that have the faces scribbled out. And I'm going to show this with a large tower by her icon. And yeah, that happens on your turn.
Right. I'm going to move as well at the end of this.
When a creature within... Right, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely legging it.
Okay. Yeah.
As fast as my short little halfling legs will take me.
Yes. Brightheart is going to attack the Eblis rather than Zalkuri, as he won't make eye contact with her. Where are we? Brightheart. Yes. No, I want Dionysius. Dionysius. A bite. A claw. A claw. One more claw will start hitting it, and sadly won't kill it, but the Dionysius has to take its opportunity and flee. Which... Why is there a circle over there?
Oh, that's the shatter thing. I thought I'd leave it in case I needed it again.
Oh, sorry, I deleted it. But yeah,
draw it again.
The Dionysius will begin to move with the rest of the crowd. But we'll take 2 attacks of opportunity. One from the Eblis with his beak. Eblis. Beak. And that's going to be a hit. That's going to do 6 points of piercing damage. And then... by the way, I think you guys could actually win this. Yeah, I think you guys can actually win this. But then after that, Zalkuri's going to make an attack of opportunity with her short sword. And that's going to be a miss. Durandal, it's your turn.
Alright, as I continue my my disengage, I do see actually that it would be faster to get back into the jungle to the east. So I'm going to move over to here and kind of like try to take cover in this bush. And using my inspiration that I have, I'm going to take a shot at Zalkuri, my last and final engagement in this battle, as I try to overcome the fears that I have of this happening to me several times before.
So, you figure you could keep playing this range game, honestly. But, yeah. I mean, Zalkuri hasn't got... Well, whatever. I'm just hinting at you that you guys could actually still win the day.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, roll your hit.
So that gives me advantage with the
Yes.
inspiration?
Yes.
Okay.
Brilliant. Roll damage. Yes. You do a good bolt into Zalkuri. And I don't mind telling you, she has 47 hit points left. The apparition above her looks at you and out of reflex, calmly grabs his large spear and throws it towards you. But after 15 feet, the spear disappears into evaporation.
Oh boy.
Okay then. Willem, it's your turn.
All right. Well, I see everyone else is running, so I'm going to start running as well.
Okay. What do you do at the beginning of your turn?
Well, I'm going to move first, get into range so that I can. I'm averting my gaze.
Beautiful.
So that I don't see her. And I'm going to take aim at her legs with a magic missile. Yes.
Now let me see the rules on this.
As long as I can see any part of the creature.
If the creature does so, it can't see the Medusa until the start of its next turn, when it can avert its eyes again. A creature looks at Medusa in the meantime must immediately make the save. So, as far as this description tells me, to attack her is to look. No, as far as it tells me to look at her. Well, actually, hang on. Okay. Okay. Sure. Yeah, you can do this. Roll your attack. Magic missile. Perfect. Yeah, you chip away at her bit by bit, and she's going down. Yeah.
All right, and then I move myself an additional 10 feet.
Okay. The Eblis nearby will charge out to see if it can't get any of you. Oh wait, no, it's not. No. The Eblis, being cruel and tactile, making noise. Now it's gonna chase after you, and it's gonna take flight here and charge to oh, hang on. Yeah, 70. That's where it can reach. Yeah. It's going to fly to this position and stay at a height of 20 feet in the air. So I'm going to move it a little bit to the side and put you to the back. This is 20 feet in the air. On Zalkuri's turn, she is going to come here, and she is going to, well, she's going to go to this point, and with a long bow, where is she? Yeah, with a long bow, she's going to take an attack on the Dionysius.
Does it take her action to pull the longbow out and put the sword away?
No, because she's an NPC and she doesn't have to follow the same thing as you do. Though that is going to be a hit, and the extra bit of poison damages carries on to Brightheart. GM layer, token layer, yes, and Brightheart takes a little bit of poison damage, and then the second attack will be sent also for Brightheart, but will be a miss. Kifri, you are within 30 feet of Zalkuri.
Right, so I'm going to leg it, and then I'm going to throw a shatter back at her, I think.
Okay, brilliant.
That's as far as I can go, 25 foot.
I'm very sorry, you do not say that I avert my gaze, so I will ask for a Constitution saving throw, but we will ask for that after you do your shatter spell, which I very rudely deleted from the page. But basically it's going to get her, and she will make a Constitution saving throw.
It's not going to get the other two guys though, so I'm going to aim it about here. So she's sort of on the edge of it.
Okay. She nat ones! And yes, that's going to be a successful attack. And you shatter her. Again, the visage above shoots out. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no. You're further out. No, you're further out. Yes, you're way further out. The visage above her grabs a spectral spear and unerringly throws it towards you. But it falls short after 15 feet. Brightheart. Brightheart first chooses her action to not her action. She chooses not to look at Zalkuri in the eyes. Then she just checking out. Since Zalkuri has a lot of metal fancy wear on, a lot between all of her feathery plumages, she is going to heat metal. Because she can set that into effect and then look away. Zalkuri will make a Constitution saving throw and fail, and will take 14 points of fire damage, almost killing her. And this time, the spectral visage will be throwing a javelin at a creature that is nearby, and will do 11 points of force damage to her. And after that, and with the stuff being worn hard to take off, Zalkuri screams in hellish anger and horrible pain, and Brightheart makes an expeditious retreat. But the effect of the spell still remains. And on her next turn, Zalkuri will take the heat metal effect again. Whew. Durandal.
Alright, I'm gonna think and mutter to myself. I can't allow this to happen again. And I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike. And I'm going right at her.
Brilliant! Whoa!
At double my movement, because I have 60 feet.
Yeah.
And while I'm moving, I'm dropping the crossbow at my feet, pulling the short swords out, and I'm going to finish her right here.
Amazing! Fantastic! Alright,
so this is rolled with advantage because of Zephyr Strike.
And that cancels out the disadvantage of your poison.
Fair enough.
Yes, that's a hit! Do your damage for the first one. Brilliant! You slice some of the hairs of snakes across Zalkuri as she weeps in pain and anguish. And then with your offhand, you miss. Now, you did not say you averted your eyes, which I appreciate for going full ham.
I didn't.
So give me a Constitution saving throw. Maybe use your inspiration. You succeed! You stomach your nerve and you do not begin to turn to stone.
What a heroic character in this party we have.
I know, from the shifty rogue, making up for the heroic Dralian and Brog. Yeah. And the offhand does miss. But yeah, brilliant. Willem, there's a bird overhead. Oh, hang on, before I forget. The ghostly visage of Tiratayu looks down at you with hate and malice as it grabs his spear and sends it your way, and does 14 points of force damage to you as he strikes the spear through you for your efforts. But Willem, it is your turn.
I avert my gaze.
Yes.
And then once again, try to finish this bitch off.
What with? So you send the magic missiles to her as she was weak and staggering, with your friend up front slashing at her with ferocious stubbornness and determination. And with the final magic missile going through her, she falls and collapses.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And for fun, the sound of a murloc can be heard. Fantastic. Oh, and she dies. But there's still an Eblis above you at 20 feet.
Yeah, and I do get myself out of the way of it.
Okay. The Eblis...
And then go ahead and move my 30 feet.
Okay. Brilliant. Alright then. The Eblis will charge its way down at you, hating you for killing its queen, and will make some beak attacks on you. There is a crit and a 14 in there. Both will hit. You take 5 plus 8 piercing damage.
Ow.
Yeah, ow. So yeah, you take some amount of damage. 13, I'm sure. Kiffer, your turn.
How low is the bird? Is it sort of still
So
on the
to
ground?
attack
Just
it, to attack Willem, the bird is now at 10 feet. Or rather 5 feet off the ground.
Okay, yeah, I'll just run up to it and stab it.
So, because you're small, you kind of have to do a little bit of a jump.
That's good enough. Or not.
The attempt at the jump makes it that you can't attack it. Brightheart, looking to clean up, will literally just do a produce flame. And will nat 1, as they're tired from all of the fighting they've had to do. Good God. Durandal, finish it off.
Alright, I'll be
Finish this
charging
thing.
in and striking with my short swords, getting sneak attack because the bird is engaged with a companion of mine.
Yeah. That is not a hit. The second one is a hit.
Alright.
So, your offhand, even without Yanya's sneak attack, you kill the bird. Well
Nice.
done.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. That was rough.
I run over to our companions and see what could possibly be done to help them.
Sadly, anybody who would know is dead. That mostly being the Dralian. Brightheart can't imagine what to do. Or can they? They can't imagine what to do. Kifri, I don't imagine you would. And Durandal, I don't imagine you would.
But
Yeah.
I have Volo's Guide to Monsters.
Brilliant.
So is there anything about Medusas in there?
Yes, there is. So, I could take this down the Final Fantasy route if I wanted to. I may just do that. Okay then. So, Volo's Guide to Monsters talks about the Medusas. Usually people that are incredibly vain and savor their beautiful gift of wonderful complexion will oft make deals with devils and evil creatures in order for immortality to preserve their vanity. But in so doing, the cost is that they become a Medusa, a visage that turns all that see it to stone, making them truly alone, but will immortalize them forever, as they will immortalize those that witness them to stone forever. There is a little page, or rather a little sticky note on the page that then goes on to say that Greater Restoration is a spell that will be required for reversing the effects. But then another note that says interesting ideas and notes have all been concocted in ways of reversing the effects of petrification. One such way might involve a fashionably, amazingly crafted pin made of true gold. By striking the pin into the statue, It may happen that the statue will break, revealing the squishy humanoid within.
Okay. So some sort of item. I'm also obviously picking up my crossbow that I had dropped and searching. I'd like to search the room and potentially even search the Medusa. Before I would search her, though, I am going to throw my cloak over top of her head.
Well, she had a veil to her head, to which you can throw over her. And in her death, she reverts back to the beautiful woman of Omu she used to be. And then the centuries catch up with her as she withers before your eyes. Like what happens in Indiana Jones and the, I forget, but involving the Holy Cup, basically. The Holy Grail. And turns and decomposes to skeletal before being blown away gently as they turn all the way to dust.
Nice.
Yeah. Now then, your need for treasure. Firstly, there is the black orchid that you had come here for.
Yes, it's in my pocket.
No, that's not what I want. So yes, you pocket the black orchid. And because I lack anything else...
Quest complete!
Yes, exactly. Yes, you pocket the black orchid. Her feathered dress is worth 50 gold pieces. It wasn't too damaged in the fight. Is it more than yeah. Yeah. So there's also in her lair here, there is also 5 vials of a mysterious tincture. Each vial contains a single dose and can be sold in Port Nianzaro, potentially.
Do I recognize what's in those vials?
No you do not. No you do not.
There's a well, by the way.
Yes, you do not recognize what's in those vials.
Okay. So 5 vials of, you said tincture?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything in those chests that we see?
Nothing really. Just decayed old things from a formerly royal... Oh, hang on. Maybe. So, if there was anything of worth here, they have all been ruined by being cracked, torn, flayed, broken, and all the rest of it. So, yeah. There you go.
Okay. We should probably do a rest here.
Yeah.
Alright
Very much
then.
so.
We're gonna close the doors.
Oh,
and,
you do have bird people waiting outside that can fly you and rest you back in the safe place of Cursor Ball, Black Orchid in hand.
Oh, okay. Can they fly our statues, or are the statues too heavy?
Statues are too heavy.
Oh.
Alright, we'll definitely be checking in with them to see if they have any way of reversing this effect.
People, so Dralian is mid-spell casting, while Brog is the truly stupendously organized statue, howling with, you know what? There is an effect that when thunder strikes sand, it leaves a tunnel of glassy sand that shows the pathway the sand has traveled through the sand. The lightning has traveled through the sand. So I will even allow the lightning that erupted from Brog to be petrified along with his righteous, furious body. I will allow you guys to sell him off as a piece of art for about 1,000 gold pieces.
How are we gonna carry him though?
Well, as a team, and if you walked all the way back to Cursor Ball, well, even then, Cursor Ball wouldn't have him. If you brought him all the way back to Port Nianzaro, maybe he'll be worth something.
Oh, we'll be
Can we
back.
just chip his head off, maybe?
Well,
Oh, that would ruin the quality of the statue.
yes.
Maybe, but it's quite an impressive head, I think.
Dralia might
I guess
fetch
it
a
would make a
price
nice
of
bust.
about 500 gold pieces or something less.
Oh no.
No.
Well, I'll get my
We're
pen and
gonna
paper
fix
out
it.
and just write a little note saying, we'll be back, and just stick it onto each of them.
Or you could just carve it on their backs.
No, don't do that.
I'm not that mean, no. I'll just leave the paper on them.
Mm,
A little smiley face on it. And
brilliant. Okay.
What was the device in the center of the room, by the way?
I have no idea. They called it a divan. I had no idea what a divan is.
It's like a little couch.
Then I guess that's what it is. Despite how it looks nothing
like
like
a
a
TV.
couch. It does.
I'm gonna take the bird people up on that flight
Yeah.
and head on back.
So,
yep, same.
making your way back very carefully, you make your way out of Nangalore, and you meet the bird people who call and look at you curiously to see that you're 2 members short, but riveted to see that you have the black orchid in hand.
I didn't show them the black orchid, actually.
Oh?
I think first up we're due a night's rest before we have an audience with them.
They kind of look at you and go, "Ah." Sort of like trying to peck at their beaks and such and go, well, why haven't you come back for the black orchid?
Well, we might need to have a discussion because I'm not sure it's been for sure decided that we're going back.
We took you all this way for the black orchid.
Well, I'm not sure we even left the place yet.
Wait, what?
Is what I'm saying, because I think we wanted to rest in the building before taking off.
I mean, there are bird people. You have a pickup waiting on you.
Yeah.
So we might need to go out and let them know. We took a lot of damage. We need to take a rest before
Is there
going
anything
anywhere.
else you want to do here?
I think some people were a little curious about the urn. They wanted to go back and check that out.
True.
When you do, you see it's a pile of ashes.
All right, fair enough. No hidden treasure.
Nope.
No nasty creature leaping out.
You have a good dig through, and it's full of dead guy ashes.
There you go.
You sound disappointed there's nothing else to fight.
Sorry?
I said he sounded disappointed that there's nothing left to fight.
I'm not disappointed. This is up to him.
No, yeah, the ranger.
Yeah.
I'm not disappointed. No, we can go back. I don't want to fight anymore. I'm poisoned and low on health, so yeah, we'll go back. And I don't have any reason, I think, to hide the black orchid. I would prefer to rest first, though, if possible, because even if we give them the black orchid, like we would need to rest before we did anything if we left with that flight spell. So
you could either rest here, where bird people roost and undead zombie plant people are, and things that poison you are, and where some other creatures might come visiting, or you could go to the high lofty safe regard of Cursable.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
Well, obviously it makes more sense to rest back at their location because it's safer.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, brilliant. So, do you reveal the black thing? The black orchid?
Yeah.
Brilliant. They call and they dance happily, and they gladly make the extra effort to bring you all the way back to Cursable quickly as they can, and there you are greeted and adulated as heroes, as you all get a rest and level up with your ceremony of the 7 winds to be done tomorrow.
Awesome.
And I ask around to see if there's anyone that can reverse stoning.
So they first all immediately take that to mean that somebody got bludgeoned to death by a whole mob of people with pebbles thrown at them.
No, silly birds.
Ah!
We fought a creature that could turn people to stone, and 2 of our companions sadly fell to it. Is there anyone that you know of that can reverse turning back into humans once again?
Ask the elder. Sorry, I'm trying to talk bird. No, ask the elder tomorrow, basically, when everybody's rested, the Dance of the Seven Winds is happening, or about to be happened, and you can talk to the Arakuka leader that is going to perform the ritual for you, a wise elder. Maybe they might know.
Alright.
Alrighty then. And with that, we will end this session.